riding on the shoulders of whichever team is going to be victorious here today.
I hope the old chat continues in the game too, honestly.
Oh, it will. I'm sure we'll
I mean,
see
this
some
is
more.
definitely going to be some fun stuff. I mean, Carl versus Armel mid. It's a super fun matchup, so that's one I'm going to keep eyes on a lot. Other lanes that we have to look at a bit. One that's been struggling a lot, I know SEA is one of the regions that still keeps on going for it, the Pango in the off lane. It's something we're seeing kind of phased away, mostly being played in mid now. So I'm going to be looking at Cuckoo and Zephyr a lot and to see how they do in this bottom lane, because they're laning versus the CK. And from what we've seen, CK able to dominate most lanes and also withstand pretty much any pressure that is brought to him. So it looks like it should be a free farm game for Raven in that bottom lane, which always is a bit of a concern. But yeah, we'll see, like we said. Early aggression is what T1's going to be playing with. The Grimstroke Void Spirit, we've seen Tundra play with this combo a couple times. You can really take advantage and dominate the early game quite hard, with as long as they have like successful rotations to set that tempo. Taking a look at items. Wands all around. I mean, this is now the meta, as we've seen. Actually, mostly on Fnatic are the ones picking up all the wands.
Oh, we have jabs. Heading in here. Slowing damage as well down onto Gabby.
It's a lot of damage.
A bit of a hit here on the way back towards his lane.
Yeah, Scorched Earth, one of the highest damage abilities, level 1. Same thing, once you get level 2, it's actually the highest damage ability if they stand inside of it. Pretty crazy, and it was 2 for 2? Yeah, 2 for 2 on those runes. Alright, let's see how it goes. Let's see how bottom's able to do. Like you said, very strong lane from Fnatic drafted.
Straight to the bottom with you.
See Cuckoo offering up some high fives. Doesn't look like Raven's
They don't want it.
I don't want it. It's all focused now. You know, they got the banter out the way in the pre-game. Now that the game's kicked off, it's all serious business.
Immediate spam. Like, one person misses a last hit in mid lane. I think they both actually ended up kind of whiffing a bit there. They both immediately taunt. I love it.
Mid matchup, arm out. Already teasing around with Carl.
Oh, he gets the connection. Gets a deny because of it. Into the high five immediately.
See how these range creeps go. Carl just going to have the remnant control. Top lane. See Jabs getting a little low there to Gabby and Whitemon.
Jabs has to be a bit careful up here. The early levels definitely could prove to pressure him out of lane, so just has to keep himself a little bit topped off, because there's a lot of burst damage that comes from the Bloodseeker and the Grimstroke early on. We'll see how DJ decides to skill as well, too. Been seeing Wyvern played in multiple different positions now in this tournament. She's starting to come back.
Big damage here from Armel.
Armel's really taking advantage of this mid lane a lot here. 8 and 4 already. And as you said, you know, the harassment is really starting to come in. And when we see this Kunkka versus the Void Spirits, Kunkka just goes for stats. Void Spirit has to rely on getting that rune luck a little bit. So wouldn't be surprised if we see Fnatic supports look to rotate mid very early on just to make sure that Carl doesn't get a rune.
You get nothing.
I mean, this bottom lane, as you said, so far, Raven not having any struggles.
It feels like all 3 lanes for Fnatic look like they're going to be pretty good.
Sort of up on the top lane where Gabby's a little further behind. John well able to get the pull through to the side. So that bottom lane is going to continue to sit very nicely for the CK.
Not the best creep to find there for Jabs. Probably one of the worst creeps now since it's been nerfed. Also, the hero duration is literally 2 seconds. It used to last a lot longer. But just trying to get anything.
You don't have the sack.
This mid matchup continuing to favor that of Armel.
And it's going to get better and better for Armel too, because eventually, like pretty soon now, he's going to be able to start farming his small camp as well to kick up his top.
Going to try and make a move here for Jabs. Can't quite continue to chase him down. He's got the Scorched Earth up, and DJ was ready to cover him.
They don't have a Salve for him, though. That means Gabby's going to be speedy for this laning phase.
Living things die.
See if he gets another chance here. Back on the mid, Carl. He's now out of the bottle charges, so he will have to be cautious, especially if a few more Tidebringer hits come in from Armel.
They're still looking for Jabs because he's sitting at half HP. Whitemon will be able to catch the creep wave too. Cool thing about the Envenom weapon, I guess, versus Bloodseekers, I guess he can reduce that healing from Thirst if he hits him onto creep waves, but we still see them constantly looking for Jabs.
Gabby not quite able to set up with the blood right onto Jab, so turns his attention over towards
Whitemon's dying.
Wyvern instead, but indeed, Whitemon's just getting chased down by Jabs. Jabs, he's going to be able to get first blood out of that. As Gabby tried to take down DJ in return, but didn't quite have the same damage output as Jabs did, going straight for the Grimstroke.
You cannot just walk into Scorched Earth the whole duration of it. 32 damage per second for 12 seconds.
Yep.
That was just hitting both of them the entire duration.
And he's going to have his phase boots pretty much out next
He sure
time.
is.
Jabs, so this top lane, Whitemon, he has to be careful.
And Fnatic in the meanwhile too, as we were saying before, likely to double check the runes. Look at Karl's bottle. Empty. Armel checked the top rune. They had Death Prophet, Genwell checked the bottom rune. So continued pressure onto this Void Spirit.
It's a tough lane for Karl.
Yeah. And it's really smart identification of Fnatic, just knowing that they need to do those type of things.
So bottom, Cuckoo trying to trade hits with Raven, but he's got the one charges ready. Pull Tango as well. Raven will be able to heal up.
The IO is making this lane go really well. As we said, sometimes the Pangos can suffer a bit in that off lane, but yeah, Zephyr keeping him topped off. Even able to slow down a little bit of the farm of Raven. Pretty impressive.
Also, sniping the courier there from John Well will take out the Obs and Sentry from being delivered towards them on that bottom lane for Fnatic. Back on the mid. It's now hit the 6-arm out. See Void Spirit, tricky hero to catch in the combo. At the least still, Karl having to remain incredibly careful. Now hitting up to 39 CS against the 23 of the Void Spirit. Armel, quite the lead.
He needs help from his side lanes. He needs the IO, maybe even both, the IO and the Grimstroke to rotate around the 6-minute rune. Because you guys, again, as we said, I think Fnatic is going to do the same thing, make the move around, and just keep Armel getting this advantage.
Bottom lane, Raven. In a bit of trouble here, Cuckoo.
Ooh.
Getting him very, very low. Won't be able to continue to dive with the Swashbuckle and the Shield Crash already used. And they are out of regen in the lane, so he's going to have to rely on the passive to try and heal up. Raven steps up to the creep, nearly ends up dying. See over towards the power runes. This time round, Karl, he will be able to get the refill as he heads in, picks up the haste rune. Raven still teasing around in this bottom lane. He's got to be very careful. If he gets caught by another spell, he's probably going down.
There's
Cuckoo
TP
and
coming.
Zephyr, they're looking for him. They'll be able to take him out there as they lead in and bring down Raven with the shield crash. The lack of regen that Fnatic had down here, costing them the life of their carry. See if they can get the two of them in return. No, they can't get Cuckoo.
Here comes
Cuckoo's
Karl.
going to be able to walk away. Karl's ready to dive in to look for more. DJ protecting himself momentarily with the cold embrace, but it comes to an end. There's the extra control, another astral step. Karl, he'll take down DJ.
You have the power.
Super important. I think as like Panel was saying, SVG was saying, the early game from T1 has to be on point. If they start falling behind too much in this early game, Fnatic's draft just with this heavy amount of team fight will quickly start to take advantage. So quick smart move from Karl, gets his bottle refilled bottom. They will lose Whitemon, but still making some good early aggressive moves.
Top lane, Gabby, he has hit the 6. We'll need a +1 though if they want to try for it. What's the chance for the Jabs to TP out will always be there.
Armel still has TP also, so he can join top if he sees an opportunity if they end up going for the kill. Whitemon looks like he wants to actually set up for this one with Gabby.
Not going to happen.
Jabs has to be careful. Looking at mid. Trying to catch Karl, but he'll just be able to dissimulate it off.
He's going to go for the TP out. They've got the X-Well stun. It's not quite in time there. Heads up from Jabs.
Instant TP.
Immediately out.
Living things die.
Raven is feeling the pressure, though, down here. They're doing such a good job. Still decent net worth, but you see Cuckoo. He's already level 5. He's got the double bracer finished up. He's super tanky. Rune Armel will get it this time.
Again, extra backup coming in for Fnatic around the power runes to try and make sure that the runes don't fall into the hands of Karl. Bottom lane, Raven.
Bringing more. Cuckoo, not quite 6.
See what they can get here. Zephyr, he's fine. How close is Cuckoo on the XP? Still about half a level.
Halfway, yeah.
Once that 6 is there definitely is a chance that we might see T1 look to dive the bottom tower again around the Rolling Thunder.
I think they have, like we said, they have to play pretty much constant aggression in this game, or it might get really problematic for them because the farm that's going to be coming out too, there's a Midas that's going to be coming out on this Doom. Fnatic's playing to just farm this game and go for late because they will outscale. Armel having an excellent game, as we've been saying, 4,300 net worth. He almost has gotten the mid tower already. 400 HP left on it.
Yet to be able to damage Fnatic's tower at all, of course, in the mid. T1, they're looking for the kills. Whitemon and Carl ready to go straight towards that bottom half of the map.
Gotta be active.
They want to find Raven.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So if they can catch him here in the jungle. Raven already backing off away from this point.
Ooh.
Try and buff up Carl, but you can see here from Raven's movements, he knew what was coming. As he holds himself close to the tier 2 tower. 4 heroes.
Look at them hunting.
And T1 desperately looking for the CK, but they can't find him.
They have to also find DJ, because DJ's just going to slow down this push and looking top. They might even get another tower. Mid also, as you mentioned, almost dropping. This is big moves from Fnatic. T1 they have to just full pressure this tower right now.
I mean, DJ is probably not going to want to reveal himself. It doesn't look like they'll put any effort into defending this one.
He might in like 5
I mean,
seconds.
actually, okay, no, they're going to try and hold this. They're coming in with the TPs, arm out. See if he can start something off it. Well beginning with the silence onto the IO. Cuckoo has the thunder. Rolls to the side, trying to scout out DJ, but the boat's going to be coming crashing down onto Zephyr. As the IO will fall, and Fnatic will manage to hold this tier 1 tower bottom and push back T1.
They only lose the one on T1 though. They bailed out really quickly as soon as they saw those TPs coming in. But as we said, we're seeing Jabs getting that free farm going. Midas is about to be finished already. It's already 2k gold advantage for the side of Fnatic.
Yeah, the biggest difference really in the sort of the core farm is that of the mids. About 1.7k net worth difference right now between Armel and Carl.
Important that Gabby is ahead of the CK though early on. This matchup, it swings very quickly. The Bloodseeker has to just have that net worth advantage to be able to ever really deal with CK.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
It's going to be such an early BKB for Armel though. This is a pretty big concern. When you look at T1's draft, it's kind of hard countered by it. The only real thing that they have that's going through it is Bloodseeker. Besides that, Armel will just be able to hold his ground every single one of the fights.
Yeah, very tough heroes for Carl to burst through.
Yeah. Top. Might be able to find Jabs.
Yeah, this time round, he's not going to have the chance to react quick enough to escape. Too much damage coming in. They bring down the Doom. T1, they'll get the tower bottom.
Nicely done.
See the rest of Fnatic. They're smoking up towards this top lane. Maybe see if they can make a move onto Gabby. If Gabby gets a little too comfortable in this area, and Gabby will push out another wave. Pretty far away, and of course, no tier 1 stands up here, so no sort of backup available for Gabby. He'll get taken out. Takes a risky position there to farm, and it cost him his life.
I can't believe he actually shows himself on that wave. With no tower alive, that close to the T1 also. Yeah, really risky move by him. DP ulti now, running into the jungle. Gonna steal some camps. Looks like they're gonna try to punish though, Carl, with the haste.
See if they've got the burst. I'll drag him back with the remnant. They'll get the kill out of this one.
Nicely done.
He's able to punish John well there.
Carl continued to get power runes too. It's a haste rune that I think 2 haste runes he's got, and now he has an illusion as well. Really important to keep his presence on the map.
Yeah, he's got to get himself back in towards the top with the kills. It's a Void Spirit. This hero's a killer, not a farmer.
As you see Zephyr's build, by the way, just to point out. Something different from the IO that I think most times we've seen. Triple Bracer.
Triple Bracer.
Not going
All
for
right.
the mech. Also, if you look at his skill build, very different from what we see also. Usually, a lot of times it's like kind of like a more of a 5 IO going for mech and just heals. He's going for damage. He's max spirits. Usually we see people even skip the spirits entirely and goes for stats sometimes. So a really different approach, but understandable when he's playing versus Wyvern and versus CK. A little bit of that extra damage can be pretty important, and versus Cold Embrace later on could be nice. So I can understand why he's gone for it this game.
Dire's structures are fortified.
T1.
Reload.
See if they can try and catch Kunkka here.
They will.
Armel is pretty tanky. The Inkswell will get him. And they'll take him out. This time it was Fnatic's turn to have a core in a little bit of a scary spot there as Armel was pushing pretty deep top. And T1, they weren't letting him get away with it at all.
Great moves. Continuing to play pretty aggressive on the map. Pretty much punishing any time Fnatic's heroes do show by themselves. Fnatic, like I said, playing more of a farming style. Going for this Midas, in particular on the Doom that we see so much. Also, if you look at his skill build, Jab still hasn't put the point into the Doom, maxing up the Devour and the Scorch.
Years of my delight.
Still being able to hold both the top and the mid tower. T1 not quite getting themselves in position to take a further objective.
these two towers are going to be much more difficult. Mid tower is going to be really hard for them to take unless they get some huge fight into the river or something along those lines. Pango,
He's got his...
it's really early for an off-lane Pango to have these items.
Cuckoo, you know, he's the kind of off-laner that can just straight up carry the game sometime. And this time, once again, top net worth. He's in a great spot off the back of the laning stage.
He's going to hurt, and this Diffusal, I know it's a super common pickup on these Pangos, of course, but look at the cores he's playing against. 3 strength cores. This Diffusal, whenever you're playing versus those strength cores, the mana can be problematic, especially for CK.
And having sort of Zephyr by his side, consistently making it very difficult for Fnatic really to try and make a coordinated attempt to kill the Pango. Zephyr more than likely going to be ready with a save.
Absolutely. So who's buying Wraith Pact on which side? It looks like Zephyr's got the Vlads queued up, so he'll probably get it, and I believe we have the Wraith Pact queued up on DJ, so as we see now, pretty much every game in this tournament, it's gonna have to be something that is factored in. But yeah, a little bit of an idle time now, 5 to 5. Fnatic all farming on their side. I think for them it's really just triple BKB go fight for Fnatic. As we mentioned, T1's draft is heavily countered by those BKBs, so I think T1, they have to just keep looking for these kills right now. I think this dead time, it does not play into their favor.
And now Fnatic try and get active here with the 3 of them. Actually, just the 2 now. It was just Armel and Jarnwell that continue to sweep back into the jungle, see what sort of catch they can find off the back of an X mark here. Zarmel.
BKB. It's feeling pretty invulnerable, and they'll find the IO.
They'll settle for Zephyr to start this one off. They'll even pop the Ghost, the silence to make sure there's no escape for the IO. Zephyr taken out.
Fast movements toward top. T1 trying to take advantage that they saw that ult bottom, but DJ walking through the lane. He's spotted by a ward. T1's ready. And the scan even comes out for Fnatic.
They've got the DD on Carl, so great burst damage to play with. Here he goes, straight in onto Jabs with the control, but the cold embrace is there. And it's going to start healing him up. We'll only set up for the Soulbind, though, and Cuckoo's ready to roll in. The Thunder's off.
They got the
straight
curse.
in, but the Curse holds the Pango back in position. See if he can continue to chase as the Curse comes to an end. DJ trying to hide in the trees. Jabs, he's just going to straight up stand his ground, turn with the Doom, slam it down onto Cuckoo. Raven, he's around as well to offer up the damage. They're trying to get Cuckoo out of there, but he's going to get dragged back by the Rift. They bring down the Pango. Torrent up on the IO. Zephyr attempting to get out, and he will do so for now.
He didn't use his wand.
Let's see what Gabby can do here. Can he get any sort of cleanup going? He's keeping himself on top of the Wyvern, but the stun's there from Raven. Over to the side, Jab still being focused by Carl, as Carl is desperately trying to catch him. The Remnant will connect as Jabs goes down. See Gabby, he's a speedy boy here, straight towards DJ. Another one for him.
Next.
Armel, that's the Torrent and the Tidebringer. Raven, he brings the damage. So the end of it all, Fnatic will be able to come out on top of that, specifically because of the fact that their mid, their carry, Armel and Raven, stay alive throughout it all.
They really brought the numbers. And Zephyr, I didn't see what happened. He had 21 charges, but he didn't use them to try to save the Pango. I'm not sure if it would have entirely saved him, but 21 on an IO, it's a substantial amount of healing. It's a bit interesting. And Fnatic, T1, they saw them setting up with the ward that they have in the lane. They saw Fnatic going, but they thought they could take advantage of the fight anyway. But Fnatic, as we said, overwhelming team fight on their side.
Yeah, maybe sort of just overestimating the potential burst they would have with the DD. I mean,
yeah.
Jabs, what he did go down, but it took them a long time. They couldn't just take him out of the fight with that first jump.
And now with the next fight, that BKB is going to be ready for him, the CK, and as we mentioned, Armel already has it. So next one is the triple BKB fight, which feels almost impossible for T1.
And whilst that move was happening, top, this is what was going on in the mid lane. Jarnwell, he got the tower, but Gabby getting that kill in the mid before he turned up and joined the rest of them up top.
Pretty significant solo kill. At level 13, as we saw there. Gabby still keeping up toward the top.
He's nearly got his BKB, Gabby. So he'll have a much easier time just freely running around the fight. And there's sort of the biggest thing being the fact that once he pops that, he gets to worry a little bit less about Raven's ability to get on top of him with the Phantasms and just destroy him. You know, if he gets caught by a Rift or a Chaos Bolt.
It's going to be a strong BKB, but I don't think as effective as the ones on the side of Fnatic. Because Fnatic, they do have a couple things that are just going to pierce right through that BKB. The Ghosts, even Curse, all the damage that's going to be coming from Armella, Doom. A lot of different spells they do have just be able to throw on top of those BKBs. So yeah, let's see. The 1 BKB on T1 versus triple BKB on Fnatic. Fnatic, they're looking to fight.
I mean, it's just a bit of an unfortunate time. You know, Carl, he gets the Ags, but as you say, being the fact that all the BKBs are ready in preparation from Fnatic.
He has to bypass them, go to the back line, right? Find this Wyvern,
get the
find this DP. Yeah, that's how he has to take the fight.
And they're going to go for the Roche here, Fnatic. And T1 know, and Fnatic know that they know.
DD inside Carl's bottle.
See if they can make a move for this T1. They don't want to let Fnatic get away with this for free.
Oh, the bash, Armel.
It's caught by the rupture. I'll have the Cuckoo roll coming in. Start to heal up Armel. Curse to hold back the Pango, but straight away, the jump was there towards the backlines. Raven's in with the BKB on top of Zephyr. They've taken out the IO. Raven, he's going to opt to TP out of this one. As he'll TP back to base. Buyback comes out from Zephyr. Fnatic still looking to hold the area around the Roshan.
How many other BKBs were used? Was it all 3? It was all 3, and it also was Gabby's. Doom still available, Boat still available for Fnatic.
Carl.
Team's a bit pushed away from this Roche, though. The bash is always a bit scary, Armel.
I think even Fnatic now hesitant to head straight back into the pit, especially with the fact that they don't have those ghosts to help speed up their ability to take it down.
Don't have a blink yet on the Doom either. Their initiation is a little bit weird for the moment on Fnatic. It's just catching from an X. Once he's got the blink, it's going to be a lot easier for them to catch any heroes. So yeah, seeing 4K lead for Fnatic right now. T1 all still hanging the area. Rolling Thunder is back available.
This could be a good smoke from T1.
They might catch the BKBs in 10 seconds or so.
See if they can get the jump.
It's going to be so close.
And Carl's got to get him very swiftly. He's going to go straight for Jumwell. He's in with the combo. Not a chance here for the Death Prophet.
Every kill matters.
See if they can go for more. They've still got a couple of them smoked up, T1. They want to try and see if they're going to hold the air around the Roche. They're going to consider going for it themselves. I mean, they don't do it very fast with the heroes that they have, so a little awkward if they wanted to try for it, and they don't.
Especially versus the mass team fight. You go into the Roche pit versus Wyvern and Death Prophet and Kunkka. It's asking for disaster. So yeah, they'll split it up. Send Gabby bottom. As Fnatic, it's just going to continue to grow that gold lead. The passive style of the farm, it favors their lineup significantly. DJ, as we said, he's being greedy. He has the Wraith Pact done. The Philosopher's Stone definitely helping a little bit there, so... I mean, we've seen how busted this item really can be, especially versus some of these heroes like Void Spirit, where your damage is all about bursting a hero down. Let's see how T1 handles this.
Yeah, Carl, you know, he's not having a bad game on paper, you know, 3-0-2, but it's just sort of the nature of the lineup that he's fighting into. It's very, very hard for him to get quite as many kills as he would have liked coming up to this 21-minute mark. He has that Axe, but as we saw last time around, he has to go fully focused on the back lines because these cores, they just do not die right now to the damage output of a Void Spirit.
They have to catch the Wyvern first, it feels like, in the fight. If DJ's able to sit back, drop Wraith Pact, drop his spells, I don't think anybody's really going to die on Fnatic.
Yeah, I mean, the last 2 times, DJ's just been a huge thorn in the side, especially for Cuckoo. Cuckoo's trying to get him with these thunders. He's just getting locked down by the curse.
Yeah, that is why we're seeing him going for that Linken's. Gonna have it pretty soon, but not quite yet.
Jabs. He's going to look for the jump in towards the high ground, but he's caught out by the silence and put the BKB. Cuckoo rolling in.
Double rupture.
I've got the damage to bring down this Grimstroke.
Gabby's got.
He's got. They've lose the carry as soon as the fight starts. Raven gets on top of him as Gabby, taken out, didn't get the chance to get his BKB off. As Fnatic, they'll also be able to set up here for Zephyr on the return.
Jabs misses the War Stomp a little bit there, but either way.
I mean, that was exactly what Fnatic need in these fights. They jump Gabby. If they eliminate the Bloodseeker, that's just a huge amount of damage that's going to come out from T1 in a sustained team fight.
They're just getting gold too fast and getting these items like the Blink and the BKBs on both the Doom and the CK. Like, Gabby didn't see it coming.
Yeah, Gabby was not prepared.
He died almost instantly.
See, I'm watching from the side here, Gabby. Looking for a chance to get involved, but there we have it. Coming in from the left of it all, I mean, you can almost see what Gabby was looking at. He was looking at what we were looking at, right? He was looking at the fight, looking at the Doom. Suddenly, there's a CK on top of him, and he wasn't quite prepared.
He was probably happy. He's like, oh, I got a double rupture, guys. Blood right to follow. And then, oh my god, wait, I'm just gone. That's the power of the CK that we've been seeing so much this tournament, just deleting any core-to-core matchup for the most part. 8K lead Fnatic starting to run away with it. And the last fight also, they didn't even have to use all their ults. They still had Doom. They still had Curse.
Step lively now.
Starting to get pretty difficult for T1. That's tough, like we said. Carl, 3-0-2, but you're really just starting to feel his effectiveness disappear on this Void Spirit.
Yeah, it really is one of those heroes that,
Tower is under attack.
especially when you're in a game, when you're against these cores that are just going to become naturally tanky. You know, playing against, what, three sort of big, beefy strength cores, there's going to be a certain point in the game where you're really relying on your carry, on the Bloodseeker Gabby, to be the one that lives and can just bring down these high HP heroes.
Starting to get the mass Lincolns to come out. We see Carl's got his queued up, Hango's got his finished. Hey, look, Gabby even queuing up the third one as well afterwards. But they haven't even like used it. The thing is that all these fights, a lot of the fights they've been losing, Doom hasn't even been used. So they're itemizing to deal with it, but just, yeah, continues to feel like Fnatic getting so much more out of the map. A fourth BKB about to come out. The 5-position Death Prophet's about to have it done. Just really starting to feel like, yeah, who are they going to focus fire? You know, you have to catch DJ, but DJ sitting in the back has 1900 HP with this Wraith Pact.
Yeah, no, he's chilling.
Not easy.
And he's helping his teammates chill as well, of course. Healing them up. Slamming down that Wraith Pact, as you say, taking down some of the damage that T1's trying to do. And the curses. And each and every time, DJ's been ready with the response. They've not quite been able to find him at the start of the fights as much as they need to. Again, a lot of pressure on Carl to identify where this Wyvern is and take DJ out before he's able to get anything done in a team fight.
And is he going to be able to do enough damage as well, right? Like, even if he finds DJ...
He probably doesn't solo him.
I don't think so. The pupils... If the Wraith Pact is down, no way does he solo him.
Absolutely not. DJ's going to be able to live. So now you're relying on 2 heroes to get there, which probably just now falls on to probably Zephyr being able to bring a core into the back of the fight, or just enabling them to initiate from an angle that Fnatic might not be prepared for. And then, of course, you're having to use that relocate aggressively, and a lack of a save could mean that so the ultimate lockdowns and the dooms, of course, from Fnatic are even more deadly for T1's cores. It's a tough game for T1.
Look at the pressure they're feeling. All 5 heroes set up around mid. Fnatic just continuing to farm, distribute wealth. As we said, BKB done for the 5 position. Quad BKB ready for the fight.
Gonna try and jump Jabs here, but Jabs can be able to tank. Gets the Doom off. As that is gonna be Carl locked out of the fight. Zephyr will come in with a save.
Okay.
Buy some time for him as T1, they'll look to reset. Not the worst of situations here, as they don't lose anyone quite yet. They might lose Zephyr on the way back.
He gets X'd.
Yep, they've got the catch on him. So Zephyr, he'll go down. Nothing that T1 could do to save him. They're going to try and poke back at them, but indeed nothing that they have will hold back Fnatic as Zephyr goes down.
Looks like T1's still attempting for something.
I mean, they're trying to go back in onto the Kunkka. See Gabby, he's in with the BKB, but the curse is going to hold him back. See Kunkka will fall.
Okay.
Big kill here. Can they get more from this? I mean, honestly, if they just get the Kunkka, they'll be happy. Taking Armel down.
Did you see the X? He X'd himself before he got ruptured, and then it pulled him and actually did a ton of damage with the rupture back to Armel.
I mean, that's a huge kill.
It is.
Armel was maybe feeling a little stronger than he was. You know, didn't have the BKB ready, was still on cooldown.
I honestly kind of want to say that I want to see T1 smoke almost immediately.
I think you want to go. Kunkka's down for a minute.
I think you have to just try to catch Fnatic off guard when any of these ults are on cooldown or any of these BKBs are down. Maybe don't go for Raven, but try to catch some of the other heroes. It's still tough, but it's maybe something they have to start looking to do. A decent reset, though. Getting a big kill, able to save Carl from the Doom as well. They almost blocked the Doom, too. I think the Lincolns came out like...
It was, just a moment after. Cuckoo did try. He tried to get that buff in on top of his Void Spirit, but Jab's a little too quick.
Gabby. Still hasn't purchased up the shard. Looking for more of those, like, just HP items and everything first, but I feel like he was going to need that shard pretty soon.
I mean, it's going to be a great game for the shard, for sure.
He really needs that damage versus this triple strength core. But trying to prolong it as long as possible, as we said, trying to go for his own stat items. Nice neutral items we see being picked up. Zephyr getting a Paladin Sword. Probably going to pass that one over to the Bloodseeker. Whitemon picks up a gem. So trying to get rid of some of this vision that they've been playing under.
Dire are scanning.
checking out around the Roshan pit, but of course, still a fair bit of time until that's back in play. And he's only just going.
And we do have, of course, the big talents coming into play. Not only Heart CK, but level 20 CK, as we love. Reality Rift pierces spell immunity, so eyes on Gabby to just get exploded a lot of these fights if he isn't able to get reset away, or if they don't get the initiation off. Our Raven will likely kill almost anybody.
Yeah, these Lincolns may also save him from that sort of catch.
That's true. That's very true.
They've got to be ready, but at the same time, there's, they're either looking towards Gabby to save him, looking towards Carl.
How do they kill Raven? 5-1-1 in the CK this game with the Titan Slever, with the Heart. He's going to be 4,300 HP.
I mean, it really is. The answer is
they need the shard.
It's going to be the shard.
Yeah.
That is the only way they kill Raven. And you've only got to imagine Gabby will almost certainly pick that up after Lincoln's. It's got to be his next purchase. It's just going to have so much value when it comes to actually taking down Raven.
Does get the BKB off.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
How long on Roche? So about a minute and a half.
See down bottom.
They get the Doom.
He was able to get the BKB off in time.
There's a reload coming in.
So he probably stands a pretty good chance of being able to walk this one off. Zephyr heading in. The BKB now comes to an end, but indeed the fact that he got that off, meaning there was no further control outside of the Doom, means the Gabby is able to walk away there. Very good on the reactions.
Yeah, good macro movements right now from T1, forcing the BKB from Armel, forcing a Doom bottom, maybe opening themselves up a window around it when that Roche does spawn soon. Depend on the timer, of course. And another DD, Carl. They're looking for a window here because that Doom is down. BKB on Armel, 30 seconds as well. If they catch this Kunkka...
They'll look to try and catch John Well here.
Ooh, the bash.
He's going to clip him to the side. John Well getting burst through. He's trying to heal himself up. In fact, it's Carl that's in trouble. Zephyr tries to tether to help out, but Carl just gets taken down immediately. Cuckoo's in with the Rolling Thunder. The Cold Embrace, it's keeping John Well alive. They can't quite kill the Death Prophet. They've lost two themselves here, T1, as Zephyr also falls. Cuckoo's still trying to find John Well, but he can't finish the job. The Death Prophet lives. Finally, the swashbuckle from Cuckoo takes him down. But they've lost 3 heroes, T1. And I think they're about to lose a 4th. Cuckoo surrounded, taken down. Ultra kill for Raven.
My God. Disastrous fight, really, for T1. They're trying to go for the 5 Death Prophet, and they lose 4. And their gem that they just purchased not too long ago. He tried to hide it at the end there. I saw a nice little attempt there from Cuckoo hiding in the trees, but... this... CK, we see the damage, the explosive damage he's able to do.
Yeah, we'll see it again here. They got so close to really being able to take him out at the start.
Look how low he drops. Just the Spirit Siphon, the stick, every little thing coming into play.
And of course, DJ, that extra bit of heal with the Cold Embrace, making sure that there was going to be no further damage that was going to threaten him.
It was a dangerous commitment, really, from T1, too. Jumping into the high ground, a bit blind. Even though they knew that the BKB was cooldown, they knew that the Doom was cooldown, it still was a very big overextension.
And now for the next fight, Armel's got his Hex complete.
Oh, yeah. And Roche back on the menu in 40 seconds, and I believe that's when Doom is back. Actually, Doom's back up already, so... See, the Shivas was also picked up from Jabs right before that fight. That last fight also started, so counteracting a lot of the healing that's going to be coming up from T1.
Smoke time from Fnatic. I know they've got a very, very solid initiation now with the Hex on the Kunkka.
They're so strong right now.
Look for the jump. Cuckoo will be able to get out to the side. We'll turn with the silence and the rupture onto the Doom. Put the BKB here, Jab, so he can stand his ground. Get the connection with the stun towards the Grimstroke. Illusion's heading in. That's going to mean a very dead Whitemon. Dying here to the army of Raven. The rest of T1, they've got to run.
Just, yeah, so damn hard for them to kill anybody. No instant disables. Every single time, they're gonna get their BKB off, and the backup will arrive.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Fnatic with firm grasp. Starting to feel T1 just being pretty hopeless in this one. They need some type of miraculous team fight with Cuckoo when the BKBs are down, but still not seeing how they kill Raven. They might be able to clean up everybody else, perhaps, if they get something like perfect, but... Raven's just God mode at this point.
I mean, how is he going to die?
And they get an Aegis now.
4k HP with the armor turned on. He's got pretty much 4,500 HP here.
They couldn't even kill Genwell in the last one, and Genwell now also has Paladin Sword on the Death Prophet, so more healing.
Yeah, he gets one of those siphons off, and it's going to take a lot of focus to try and bring down that support DP. And Raven, lots of money to spend as well, on top of all the items he has already got done. 3,500 gold in the bank.
Yep, get another Lincoln's Breaker, right? Gets himself an Orchid. Lincoln's Breaker plus also a beautiful catch versus both the Pango as well as that Void Spirit. Yeah, they're cruising through this one now. Jabs already set up for the next move too. Look at bottom. Carl.
What? Oh, get the jump start, and that's the Doom. Having that halberd there to break through the Lincolns, open up Carl to be doomed. Zephyr will manage to save him. So Carl will live in this instance, but it will be Zephyr paying the price.
Good read by Jabs early. Good read by Zephyr as well too, to be prepared to bail out his core and give his life. Good old supports. Raven, beyond godlike, immediate smoke from Fnatic.
T1's got to be careful. They might have to just back off out of their triangle here, because Fnatic's charging straight towards them. Raven ready to get the catch with the Blink Orchid if he sees anybody.
Yeah, he can just lead the charge. He knows he can't die.
Gabby. He's going to have Cuckoo coming into the side. See them jump towards Jarnwell. They want to try and take out this Death Row. Jarnwell has got some siphons going, so he's healing up, but not enough. Gabby will take him down. Over to the side, though, Raven had the control and damage to take out Cuckoo alone. You see Raven already hunting for more around the tree line. Carl, he's been caught by the X-Mark, straight back into the Torrent. He'll jump forward aggressively with the Astral Step. He's trying to burst through this Wyvern, trying to take down DJ, but DJ won't quite die. Gets the Cold Embrace off in time. He can't quite kill the back lines as he needs to. He's going to try again, Carl. He's in once more. This time around, he gets the job done, but he's been caught by the Hex of Armor. The Torrent's coming in. Raven's in with the damage. They may have killed DJ, but it cost them Carl's life as Fnatic, they're ready to keep pushing down bottom. Raven even seeing if he can find more. They know that there's a chance that T1 still have heroes hiding around in the trees. They'll settle for the tier 2 tower. Fnatic, they're ready to push on. 2 cores dead on T1. They might have to consider buying back here if they don't want to lose the barracks.
They have to commit so much just to kill the supports. They barely even finish them off at that. They have to not only throw away their lives, but also throw away BKB, a full BKB from Gabby just to bring down this Death Prophet too. So damn tanky on Fnatic.
Yeah, we'll see Fnatic playing for the safer route. They'll look to just clear out that final tier 2 in the mid. Open up T1's base for the eventuality of being able to push in on all three lanes towards the high ground.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Even keeping the CK refreshed, goes back to base for a second, comes back toward the mid lane with the X. And Gabby's farm space is so limited. He's queuing up Mjolnir, probably feeling like he needs more attack speed before he can even get the shard. 22k gold lead, 23 continues just to grow so fast.
Yeah, Raven's just about to hit the 25. Huge level difference between him and anybody else on T1's side. Curry up. He's got his Hyperstone on. Able to find this. One more hit will do it. They're trying to, but he's able to take it off the map in time. So should be able to deliver this one back safely to himself, Gabby.
Them seeing that could give them an indication that he might not have buyback. I don't know how much gold he actually needs for it. Yeah, he still needs 1,000.
Yeah, you're right. He's short on the money.
Yeah. I think if they see that, they might be able to assume that he doesn't have it because he's been kind of trapped.
And they still have the Aegis on Raven, so if Raven spots him, he could just full commit deep into the base and take him out.
They're protecting with Lincolns. They're throwing at least one onto him.
Taking it off, though. That means he's still going to get caught by the stun. He'll keep his cool, though, Gabby. Not wanting to use the BKB yet. Doesn't need to. They'll turn with the Soulbind Rupture. Now with the rolling forward from Cuckoo, he's looking to get DJ, but DJ's able to dodge it out to the side. Jarnwell, he's being focused. Gabby in with the BKB, should be able to commit to take down. No, he's backing off. The BKB's starting to come to an end. Jarnwell will still die, but now Carl's been caught by the X-Mark, dragged back into the Chaos Ball of Raven. They'll come in with a tether, but the curse is there, locking them down. Big heals do come out onto Carl, so Carl's been left alive for now, but there's the jump from Jabs in with a Who Stomp. The Doom will get blocked by the Lincoln, so Carl's still able to jump back to the high ground. He'll turn back in, look to grab them with a Remnant, but he can't quite get the connection.
Okay.
If you want, they will manage to hold the defense here.
Not a bad hold. Still seeing them having to commit like literally the full BKBs and their lives potentially to try to go for the support kills. I think Carl a bit lucky to get away there. That Inkswell heal, I think get caught like all the Phantasm illusions pushed him all the way up to full HP.
We'll see it. How it played out, and indeed Carl getting incredibly low.
It's so close. Like the amount of damage that they're doing, the reduction really. Like I saw this Wraith Pact again over and over again, how much it does, right? Look at Genwell, how low he's dropping. He would have died a lot faster, but look at this little totem just reducing that damage coming in. Totem on totem.
T1 showing that they are able to hold here. As Fnatic, they're back in action, ready to start looking for another push potentially. Gabby, once he got done. So the Miona's finished, and yeah, there's shards queued up next.
Okay.
So only a couple hundred gold away. If he wants to go all in on the purchase and not hold for buyback, he'll have that ready for the next defense.
He got himself his leveler too, so
Yeah.
tons of attacks.
I mean, because so now at this point, if he gets in with a BKB pop to his teammates are able to throw down the Lincolns onto him, like Gabby will hit pretty ferociously.
Now they actually have potential to maybe bring down Armel, maybe bring down Raven, but it's still a tough task because they are very tanky, and they still have to always find the Wyvern. They need to kill the supports first before they can look to focus off the CK, because he'll just get Cold Embrace, Wraith Pact will drop, and the TIE fight will probably turn.
Catch with a smoke here. Jabs will show himself mid. They're going to try and see if they can catch him. Already the BKB's out from Jabs. First Lincoln, second Lincoln's taken out of Carl.
Raven looking for a window.
Cuckoo playing very carefully now, right to the edge of the fight here, away from Fnatic. Knows that there's a chance of Raven dragging him in. T1, they tried to catch Fnatic by surprise there, but of course Jabs quick with a BKB reaction. It's going to be back to the base for T1.
Oh, nice little place from Raven there. Throwing the stun onto a creep, switching the illusion that gets created onto the tower. How many 25s do we have now? So 26 and 25 on the Kunkka and the CK that we pointed out from earlier. Raven getting near the six-slotted menu too. Carl, Jabs, he's found him.
He's got the Doom. The rest of Fnatic are heading over. And they'll take him out now for with the relocate. Jabs, he's actually going to get caught by the bash. And now the rest of Fnatic have turned up. Doesn't matter, Gabby's still able to commit and take down the Doom. Off towards the side. Gabby having removed that and now jumping in with the Cuckoo Rolling Thunder. Doesn't matter with the BKBs up, he'll turn over towards Raven, but of course Cuckoo on his own, he can't take down the CK. Carl, he's trying to get to focus Armel, but both of these cores so tanky for these heroes. It's only really Gabby that can do the damage. Let's see if he can get back in on this Gabby's try, but he's caught by the Hex of the Stone. Gabby's just dead. He's out for 90. He tried to get back in. His teammates, they needed him to help out, but with his BKB already used, he didn't have the ability to keep himself alive. That's Gabby out for 80 seconds. No buyback on him. Fnatic, they can head straight back towards the base and look to take down some of these barracks.
I see every single one of these fights too. Gabby immediately pings Wyvern. Like every single one of them, he's like, I want to commit onto something, but DJ getting to just free cast. 60 seconds.
Yeah, this
probably 2 sets at least.
The DJ Wyvern, I mean, but sort of both supports really from Fnatic have been a huge problem for T1.
They're committing for this onto Raven.
Is there the damage though? So you say Gabby is the only real big percentage-based damage dealer outside of the Bloodseeker getting the hit heroes. Raven and Armel, they barely take a scratch.
30,000 gold lead.
Dire's middle barracks has
That's a lot of money.
It is, and Roche is back up. And look at Carl. He's just spam pinging Wyvern. They all are just spam pinging Wyvern because they know how much work he's.
He is. I mean, he really is, DJ.
He has so, like we said, there's so many different things. There's so many different layers that's allowing him to be able to just free cast in the back lines. They have to deal with everything else too.
And it really was sort of from what that point on was, as we mentioned earlier, where that chance and opportunity of Carl being able to solo DJ. Well, you know, once that sort of window's passed and DJ had that Wraith Pact, giving that extra HP and tankiness, it just meant that there was no way to deal with this Wyvern. Like, how on earth do they catch him? You know, DJ's playing on top form, and he's never been caught out of position in these team fights.
It does help when you have 3 of the beefiest heroes in the game.
He's got some beautiful frontliners.
Plus the 5-position Death Prophet who's this farmed, right? Like, he has that.
Here we go, let's see what they can do here. Carl, he's going to try and get in with the jump of the Aegis. It's already picked up by Raven. Raven goes over to one side. He's got the stun on Gabby. Gabby's in trouble. He's locked down Gabby. He'll put the BKB. Zephyr takes him out in time. Zephyr will keep Gabby alive. Whitemon, he'll try and TP out. DJ will find him. As T1 not quite able to stop Fnatic from getting that Roshan and all the drops that he provides, but at the least they do make sure that Gabby will be safe and alive for a high ground defense.
It's just so wild how, I mean, this is what we've seen so much this tournament, right? This CK, the power of it, that's why it's pretty much first pick most of these games. One stun, a 2-second or 3-second stun, and you're just dead. You have to either get relocated out, pop your BKB full run, and reset. They'll have to use buybacks to try to hold this, but it's a tough ask. Refresh your shard on Jabs, so so he's got the double doom available.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
How do you defend against this?
You don't. That's how. You know.
Yeah, it's...
They'll kill maybe one person, but
see Carl.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The tower gone Fnatic. Got the ghost coming out for John Well as well. There's no need for them to back off. Carl, he's going to try and jump in, but the BKB's up from John Well. Staying in on top of the barracks, they'll continue to take down the objectives. Fortification will buy them a little bit of time.
get the bash on Raven.
And Cuckoo is going to try and start things, but this is a CK with an Aegis. Carl, he's going to look to jump in. The BKB's come to an John Well, but the cold embrace is there, healing him up. Inside the base, jabs. He's jumped in. He's found the Doom down onto the Bloodseeker. Gabby's in trouble. The Bloodseeker gets taken out. Zephyr can't save him. As Zephyr falls as well. No buyback for Gabby. Out for 90. As Fnatic, they'll take the top racks and they'll look to move it over towards the mid, over towards the fountain as Raven wants to continue to pad up his kill score. As there it is. GG, it's called Game 1. Going to Fnatic.